Super goal.
I cannot believe what I have just seen.
Welcome back, everybody. Pitchside. England have won this one 22 points to 6.
Electric out the blocks.
Have completed the greatest of comebacks.
Callum looking for Godfrey. Callum got Godfrey. It's Stephen Godfrey. He's at the goal. That's in goal. Stephen Godfrey.
Your 2018 champions, the London Monarchs. Winners of 2018.
Well done, boys. Let's give it up. Go on, lads.
Cardiff have won the toss.
Hello and welcome to Bristol for the UWE Bullets versus the Cardiff Cobras. My name is Craig McLeod. I am here by myself today. Apologies from Chris Greener, he couldn't make it, but we are still going to be in for a fantastic game. This is the first matchup between the UWE Bullets and the Cardiff Cobras. We're just going through card check at the moment, and we'll be looking to kick off very shortly. And just hearing news from the Cardiff sideline that they are going to be receiving today's kickoff. So it'll be UWE kicking to the Cardiff Cobras to start the game off. While we've got a minute before the game starts, I'd just like to point out our first sponsor of today's game, Play Overseas. Play Overseas have helped UWE Bullets to recruit American football players since their first recruit, Tyler Zylan, in 2018, and have had recruits compete for them every year since. The service Play Overseas provides for prospective players is free without any charge at any stage, and they have helped over 250 US athletes move to the UK to date. And there'll be more on that as the game progresses. Please feel free to view the Play Overseas link in the description below. As previously mentioned, this is the first matchup between the UWE Bullets and the Cardiff Cobras. Was due to be the second matchup. Issues earlier in the year to do with typical British weather, causing some pitches to flood, travel issues, forcing the game to be delayed. I believe that game is still scheduled to be played later on, but this is the first matchup between the two teams. Cardiff playing very well as of late. They managed to rack up 4 points in the Bucks South Premiership. They're currently 4th with 4 points. With a win today, they will guarantee staying up in the Premiership. With a loss, they will need to avoid losing by more than 21 to their Wales rivals, Swansea. And as Cardiff Cobras get themselves ready for the kickoff, UWE look prepared for a return. There's the official's whistle. And with a check to his left and his right, and a kick down the middle, we are off, and it's a squib down the middle to start things off. Pick up by number 21 from the UWE Bullets. Following blockers really well, finding a bit of space and still fighting up past the halfway line. Not sure if that was intentional from Cardiff to start the game off, but they've given UWE some very good field position. And as we get ready now, Cardiff defense up, UWE walk up to the line. Some big boys up front on both sides of the ball here, both teams. Very strong in their conviction as we see Ivan stepping down to pass, as we see a hook and ladder to start things off. A very creative play from UWE, and it looks like it's going to go all the way to the house. Play number 1 for UWE. Ivan, I don't know who the initial pass was to, but it looks like it is Sam Jenkins. Yes, Sam Jenkins with the touchdown. Is it a touchdown? Have I got carried away? Did he step out of bounds? Looks like he stepped out of bounds. That one's on me, folks. Trying to keep track of every. Can't see the far sideline. Apologies for the assumption of a touchdown as UWE line up again. Ivan in the shotgun position. Sam Jenkins to his side. And it looks like it's going to be another pass. Ivan looking downfield, launching it deep. Very good throw, right into the breadbasket. Are we getting confirmation one way or the other? The referees looking at each other, trying to decide. Looks like pulling up a bit short. And the touchdown is given. Very nice play. Lovely throw from Ivan. Shame to see some players pulling up short there. Apologies, I do not have a team sheet in front of me to say who scored the touchdown, but UWE starting off fast, starting off strong, something that anybody that's been watching for a while will be used to seeing. UWE going for 2. This is traditionally UWE. Don't kick, don't punt. Like to get as many reps out of their offense as they can. They practice all week, every week, and they want to get as many reps as they can out there. So if they continue to score touchdowns, we'll get used to seeing them going for 2. And again, we see that. Look at that push from that offensive line. Absolutely massive towards the right side of the line. UWE just absolutely collapsed the defense and gave a huge gap. And after the quick start, we are going to have UWE kick into Cardiff. With such a fast start, Cardiff will be hoping to have a similar result of their first drive. The UWE defense has been stout, to say the least, conceding a total of 0 points so far. An incredible feat, especially at this level of play in the UK. Okay, and we've got the referees in place. Get the whistle. Look to the left, look to the right. As we see a kick up. Another short kick. Bouncing into the hand of number 1, which is Oscar Adamson for Cardiff. And good tackle from UWE. So here we go, Cardiff stepping up to the line for the first time today. Not sure 100% what to see from their offense. They've been, like you say, been playing well. Got a W against Swansea and UEA, I believe. So they are capable. We're seeing a run play to start things off and getting a bit of yardage. UWE defenders getting into the backfield, not able to break down and get the tackle as quickly as they might have thought. That leaves us with about 2nd and 7, I want to say 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6. Cardiff lining up again. Second play of the drive. And again, the battle in the trench is going to be very important today for both teams. We saw it at the start as we see UWE getting straight through the line. Big work, 2 players getting through in the end there. Number 23 and number 4. Again, we see some good drive. Some of the Cardiff players able to get up to the second level, third level, but not blocking those initial blockers, those initial rushers, leading to the loss. And that is unfortunate as we're now looking at 3rd and 10.5, 3rd and 11. Very promising first play. Second play, putting them back down into territory you have to fight for. 10 yards don't come easily, especially against this defense. And I believe this is going to be a false start on the offense. As we hear from the white hat, our referee, for the first time today, we are getting a false start.
35, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
The white hat today is Pete Parsons. Alongside him, we've got Graham Hedges, Stuart Tabera, Gabby Martinez, and Amir Brooks. For anybody looking for more information about becoming a referee in the British game, please visit the BAFRA website at www.bafra, that's BAFRA.info. They do fantastic work, and this game wouldn't be able to go ahead without them giving up their time. As we see UWE blitzing straight through again. Another tackle for a loss. And what we saw in that first play where Cardiff were able to evade those initial tacklers, just not happening in the second and third plays there. Number 2, the QB, looking around, wondering what's going on. Unfortunately, nobody buying anything. No fakes, no deception at the moment. And yeah, we're looking at fourth and very long here now. Trying to judge by, we've got 4th and 13. I believe it's a little bit longer than 4th and 13, but we are seeing Cardiff go for it. This is very brave, but a high-powered explosive offense like the UWE Bullets offense means you've got to get the points in. As we see a botch snap. I don't think it matters if Cardiff were able to drop on that or not. That is going to be a turnover on downs, deep in their own territory. Yeah, just high. Nothing the quarterback can do there. Looking to just get on that ball, keep it safe, not allowing the scoop and score. UWE lining back out on the field. We see Ivan and Sam in the backfield, and a big stab. You see, looks like it's going to be a run, but Ivan's still looking downfield, shaking off some tacklers, stepping out of bounds, staying calm, looking at what the defense would give him. The UWE offensive line doing a really good job. A couple of close holds, but nothing definitive. And yeah, good job getting himself out of bounds. Good job on the Cardiff Cobras players to use that sideline as an extra defender, stopping Ivan from getting the touchdown. And we're seeing a jet sweep from UWE, as you see, bouncing to the outside. And we're seeing the referee. Is that a touchdown? Are they putting it out of the one? They are putting that out of the one. Or are they putting it out further than the one? I'm sorry, looking at what we've got, the referees down in this bottom corner where the ball went out. It's different to where...
Holding. Offense number 5, 10-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Okay, and we're just hearing from our white hat there. The reason for the difference between where the referees were is due to penalty on the play, holding on the UWE offense. Number 5 with the hold. That is going to put the UWE Bullets back 10 yards and will be a repeat of second down. We'll be looking at about 2nd down and 14 for the UWE offense after that penalty. Rare penalty for the UWE team. Very disciplined. Coach Dan Mayer has this team very well drilled. All the players are very well drilled themselves. As we see the 2nd and 14 play, looking for the quick pass, changes his mind, goes over the middle to Sam, who's got lots of space, keeping those feet pumping, keeps going, and I don't think there'll be any doubt about that one. Unless there's a flag, which looking up in the backfield, there is. Up by our quarterback, Ivan, around the 28-yard line, we see some yellow. And hopefully we'll be able to hear what the referees have to say that's caused this one. Looking at the far side, it looks like it's going to be a holding call on UWE.
Holding. Offense number 50, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, second down.
And that is a hold. UWE number 50. 2 penalties in a row. Very out of character for the UWE team as a whole, especially this UWE offense. As we look again, number 50 up at left tackle. I mean, he pulls on a shoulder, I suppose. Listen, once the player's past you, you can't have those arms extended. It doesn't matter how close it might be. The referee's going to call that all day. And we see again making yards. Just 2nd and 24, and we're going to be third and manageable for the UWE offense. Looking about 3rd and 5 after 2 huge penalties. So, you know, if you're the Cardiff defense, you just got to stay confident that you can stop them from getting these 5 yards. You have to treat this like it's 4 down territory for UWE. They will go for it on 4th. As we see Sam Jenkins again with another carry. Looking at the positions of the referees, it's hard to tell whether they're given that as a first down, but it looks like it's going to be 4th and short. 4th and maybe 1. And good work from Sam Jenkins. As you see another play, we see Sam running through again, but we are getting a whistle. We're getting no confirmation from all the refs. We did see... What are we looking at? We're looking at first and goal. First and goal. So play was stopped dead as the player, I believe it was Sam Jenkins again, tackled to the ground, but with enough for the first down. That gives UWE first and goal from about the 3-yard line. See Ivan stepping back to pass. Quick pass over the middle. There is a touchdown. There is a flag. And maybe a legal man downfield.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
Yeah.
Offense number 25. 5-yard penalty. Will replay the try.
And another dish drive. Believe that's the 3rd time that the UWE Bullets have passed the end zone, negated by a penalty. First game back after Christmas. First game back after a long break. And not to make excuses for anybody, but I mean, maybe there's a bit of fog, maybe a bit of mental fog in their preparation, and they need to get that out early in this game as they go through the air again, just through the hands. Very well placed pass by the UWE quarterback, Ivan. Was there that was a 2-point try. Apologies on my behalf for missing the touchdown. I did see the touchdown call from the side judge, didn't see the confirmation from the other referees. Not a lot of excitement from the UWE team at scoring, so apologies for missing that. Believing that try there was first and goal for a touchdown. It wasn't, it was for a 2-point conversion, hence why UWE are getting themselves ready to kick off to the Cardiff team. UWE with a kick, nice high kick, fielded by the Cardiff player, Cardiff number 1, and tackled around the 40-yard line. So again, Cardiff started off similar position to where they were on their last drive, looking for a little bit more success. We did see some success on their first carry of the game, where it wasn't able to replicate that with their next 2-3 plays. Unfortunately, on 4th down with the turnover, maybe making that drive look even worse than it potentially was. Cardiff looking to build on the momentum of that first play rather than the second, 3rd, and 4th. As we see the QB going for a sneak, big play for about 9 yards. We'll be looking at 2nd and 1 for the Cardiff offense. And just following his blocks really well. Very well schemed from the Cardiff offensive line there. The running back able to just run through untouched. And the QB able to just follow his blocks all the way through for a nice gain. As we see, it looks like we're seeing a run up the middle from Cardiff, and good tackle. Looks like forward momentum will have given the first down in UWE territory. So 2 positive plays for the Cardiff Cobras offense here. Again, we see a nice initial push. Good pressure from the UWE defensive players, especially off the edge, forcing that play to stay inside. Just some very good blocking. Potentially a very generous spot, but apart from that, you can't complain. You can't complain. That is a great play from the Cardiff Cobras. Like I say, great drive. Countered what the defense were attacking with very, very effectively and has given them first down in UWE territory. Unfortunately, it is all for naught, as we are going to see a false start from the Cardiff offense.
False start, offense number 69, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
And that was on the offensive lineman, number 69. Close between him and number 41. They all go, and the tight end gives a little switch as well. And while we've got this going on, just want to remind you that we're also brought to you today by EP Sports. EP Sports, providing the UK and Europe with high-quality American football equipment and apparel, helping athletes reach their potential since 2007. And you can see them on their website, www.epsports.co.uk. And Cook, the Cardiff QB, looking to run a little sweep there. The athleticism of the UWE defense, just, you know, able to chase him down from behind. Don't know if he heard the footsteps, but they were coming. They were coming. And looking at what we've got going on now, I believe we're going to be looking at about 2nd and 13. After the penalty on first down put them at 1st and 15 with a small little gain for Cook at quarterback for the Cardiff Cobras. Seeing a nice little motion from Cardiff, a little pop up to the sweep player. UWE chasing that down, doing a really good job of containing. Had no chance to bounce himself back to the inside. If we watch here, number 4 on the outside, timing that incredibly well. And everybody chasing down. Some good speed from number 35. Unfortunately, very well scouted by the UWE defense. And after a very promising first set of downs, we are now at 3rd and 13 for the Cardiff offense. After seeing them go for it very deep in their own territory, I expect this to be 4-down territory as well. And they have to look at it as manageable. Can they get 6? Can they get 7 yards on this play? They've done it on a few. Longest play of the day so far, 9 yards. As they look for another run up the middle. And it is stuffed. Unfortunately, running back nowhere to go there at all. I don't know if that was an option play, designed run. But UWE weren't buying that. As we see the handoff, probably a smart decision from Cook at QB. Number 8 for UWE. They're lurking, ready to take if he chose to go with the option keeper. Chose to give it off instead. That's a smart decision. That's what we call a business decision. You give that ball off when you don't want to get absolutely leveled yourself. As we said earlier, 4-down territory for Cardiff. I believe that's going to be the theme of today. We're going to be not going to be seeing a lot of punts. Oh, we do see a punt. We see a little pooch punt. And looks like it's in the hands of the returner. Number 6 looking to get himself out of bounds. Good coverage from the Cardiff team, I believe. Catching the UWE defense / special teams off guard there will have helped their pursuit team there. And yeah, good tackles. The quarterback maybe going for a bit of out of bounds, but again, it's a bang play. Nobody can complain either way. That was a great hit to get the player out of bounds. UWE will be starting with the ball on their own 35. And not shocked to see the pooch punt. Smart to try and get that ball down the field a little bit more. Give your defense more space, more time to try and stop this high-powered offense. I do know Coach Fersman for the UWE Bullets will be disappointed to not get an actual special teams unit out there, but maybe we'll get a chance down the line as we see a quick pass from Ivan. Caught for about 5. The receiver getting another 6 yards, 5 to 6 yards. Either way, it does look like we are going to have a new set of downs for the UWE offense. And we're seeing Ivan, the UWE quarterback, with a lot of time back there to throw. He's not taking a lot of time. He's getting that release out in the first few seconds, looking for those quick passes, letting his playmakers out wide make the play, make the yards. But he had the time as we see a handoff down the middle. And the ball's on the floor. The ball's on the floor. UWE will recover. And yeah, we're looking. There was a fumble. The recovery on from UWE as we see the first broken tackle, and that is number 42 for Cardiff coming flying through, aiming straight for the ball. Confidence in the rest of his teammates to make that tackle and just going for the torpedo towards the ball. But UWE do have a first down, and we see a run to the outside. Number 21 breaking through, gaining 15, and that's another first down for the UWE offense. As we see this replay again, no outside contained for the Cardiff Cobras. We saw a little brief glimpse of it there. The D end for Cardiff coming to the inside and just gifting all that space to the UWE offense. We see another quick pass to the outside. It's going to be a catch, knee on the floor, so down. We will be looking at 2nd and 6. And UWE getting themselves to the line fairly quickly. Just waiting for some people to set. Ivan calling out some defensive matchups that he likes. As we see the motion and the ball given on the motion. And breaking a tackle, still going to the outside all the way for a touchdown. That one can't be missed. That one can't be misinterpreted. That is the 3rd touchdown of the day for the UWE offense. As we see this again, looking at the offensive line look like part of them crash in, part of them come around. It doesn't matter. Number 25 just needs the one blocker to get himself to the outside. And the thing is, with this UWE team, there is a lot of speed. There is a lot of athleticism. One thing I've noticed in the 3-4 games that I've commentated on this team is we see UWE going for the 2-point conversion. Flag on the play. We do have a Cardiff player down, unfortunately. We're seeing some legs moving, which is promising. Didn't see exactly what happened. As we hope to hear from the White Hat in regards to what the flag is regarding.
The result of the try is good. After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, UWE number 70, that penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. That is also the end of the first quarter.
These are yours on a Wednesday.
And as we wait for the kickoff, I believe everything was fine. Sorry, some technical issues on my end. So the 2-point conversion was successful, and there was a penalty for unnecessary roughness on UWE that will be enforced. And now, as Cardiff get themselves ready, as they get their self together, they will be getting ready for the return formation for this kick. And don't know if we're going to be going ahead with a player down. He is out of the field of play. It looks like the players and the referees are looking to continue. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be going in a second or in a few minutes. It is obviously worrying and concerning when we see a player down. But we do have some very good medical professionals looking over him at the moment. And the players looking to keep themselves warm, especially the kicker. You don't want to pull a hammy, not kicked for a while, don't want to absolutely ruin it with this first kick. We might not be playing in temperatures you'd see at Lambeau, Tennessee, but we are about 4 degrees centigrade here in Bristol. Very foggy, pretty cold. Want to keep yourself moving when you're on the sideline. And as we're waiting for the referees to sort out what's going on with the field of play, I'd just like to make another shout out to our sponsor, Play Overseas. Would you like to play for the UWE Bullets next season? As an approved recruiter, Play Overseas can support you in completing your UWE application and guide you through all the required steps. Play Overseas provides a free service to support international applicants in playing sport and alongside their studies in the UK. Interested applicants can apply at playoverseas.co.uk. And I got to say, in terms of Play Overseas, I know for a fact Coach Mayer's been working with them for a while. Like we said, they've been working with the UWE team since 2018. And they provided an excellent service to not only the players, but the teams that they come over to, as well as the academic courses that these players are choosing to go on to. We see the UWE players in high spirit. A nice combination of players that have come through the Play Overseas program, through other forms of recruitment within the UK, as well as local players that have built themselves through the UWE program. I know there's a couple of players on the Bullet squad that were playing for the Pallets last season, the UWE development team, their second team, and worked their way up. So very strong program at all levels here at the University of the West of England. Yeah, all players at the sideline at the moment. Again, very unfortunate. Player safety taken extremely seriously. Making sure everything's good there as we get a wide shot of the UWE players and coaches. And you know these players will have a lot of questions for each other. a lot going on in terms of those first few drives, both offensively and defensively, that knowing the standard that the UWE team hold themselves to, they'll be very frustrated to see UWE put up some yards, get some stops, giving up some yards on the offense, and the Cardiff Cobras will be looking to use that momentum, using what they're learning about this UWE defense, and UWE just looking to hopefully get some more discipline back on track. With a lot of penalties to start the game off. And while we've got this little break, I just want to say we'll be keeping an eye on the live feed, as it is just me today. Unfortunately, my colleague Chris Greener can't be here. It is just myself. I'll be keeping an eye on the comments in the live chat. If anybody's got any questions, please feel free to ask. Obviously, try and keep them relevant. As we pop back over to our referees. Again, with the referees, if you are interested in becoming an official in British American football, they do a fantastic job. As we said before, the games wouldn't go ahead if it wasn't for these people. Sometimes very underappreciated job. If you've ever thought to yourself, I could do that, why don't you go do it? Go have a look at the BAFRA website, the British American Football Referees Association, at www.bafra.info. So that's www.bafra.info. And as you can see, the game is currently delayed due to an injury on the field. We believe we will be another 10 to 15 minutes possibly, just waiting for some transportation to make sure the player can get transported safely, getting the medical attention that they need. Hopefully not too serious. In the meantime, please go grab yourself a cup of coffee, grab yourself a cup of tea, get yourself a sandwich, and get ready for the second quarter between the Cardiff Cobras and the UWE Bullets. We will be back as soon as possible. And just a reminder for those just joining us now or might have missed a previous announcement, the game is delayed, as you can see at the bottom of your screen, due to injury. We are just waiting for the transportation for the player as the referees and coaches look at alternatives to get this game back started. We are obviously sending our well wishes to the downed Cardiff Cobra player. And with this brief bit of time, let's just say a quick hello to Candy Lancaster, watching their grandson, Matt Albright, and watching from San Francisco, California. Very welcome to you. Thank you for joining the stream. Must be extremely early or extremely late for you, depending on whether you've gone to bed or not, I suppose, you party animal. And we have another shout out for UWE player Drew Carson. I'm sure the shout out will be very much appreciated. Once again, we are on a short break. Thank you to our sponsors, Play Overseas and EP Sports. I believe both have a link in the description. Please feel free to have a link, have a look. EP Sports, providing athletes with equipment since 2007, helping them play, helping develop the great sport of American football over here in the UK, and Play Overseas, helping hundreds of students from the US get to the UK, playing for UWE and other places. If you would like to follow this program, continue your academics over here in the UK, as well as playing some sports, playing American football, please, again, follow the link for Play Overseas.
So guess you don't look at this money, make you clean. And my niggas ain't really I got 150 rubber when I really say, and I just want the niggas say me outside. Niggas say me outside. Say that how we gon' slap. Hey, I know we a bad. Niggas say that they don't smoke. She like the duck in the face, I'm diving up. Niggas say me outside. Say that how we gon' slap. Hey, it's taking the heat out the trip out the school. Look at the street till I pull up and pop out the street. When they say I got the juice, I picked up the girl at the hill, now that's what I got from the street. Push it, drop it, you ain't in the street, you drop it. You gon' try to look like a cowboy. I'm the one that go and be like cowboy. Those bitches feel alive. She like the fucking girl, real niggas got to stop. I don't know when they shopping, you know I ain't no shopping. I been on the stores, I know we ain't window shopping. She doing back to the poppin'. I'm at the place of it, we gonna go like the option. Niggas say they outside. Niggas say they outside. You know how we gon' slap. Hey, I know we a back. I think the shit that they don't need to smoke. She like the duck in the face, I'm driving out the truck. Niggas saying they outside. Say my only we gon' slide. Just cause I pissed, they think I'm pissed, they want me to love with the stick. I got my movie bag to match with the stick. Give me a switch in my wrist. And it's ready for me on my motor, for me and my bitch. Me and my bitch, dreaming, floating. They told me the price, I said fuck it, fuck it. I spent it all on no budget. If it ain't 100, I ain't budget. I made it 200 in London. Yeah, I ain't guessing these bitches, you clever shit up like you better. They throw up the car. I'm at the convention, bitch, she told me to dress, she loving the dress. She left out the dress. She let her puppy outside, she knew I'm the king of New York. Niggas say they outside. Niggas say they outside. Say that all we gon' slap. Hey, we a rap. I think the shit that they don't need to smoke. She like the duck in the face, I'm driving up with her. Niggas say they outside. Say that all we gon' slap. Do bad activity. Do bad activity. Do bad activity. Do bad activity. This
Hello again, everybody. Just to give a brief update of where we are, the ambulance has arrived. We will be looking to get the game resumed once the ambulance is able to take the injured player. Again, our thoughts with the player. We will be looking at probably another 20 minutes from here. Just want to give a shout out, having a look through, seeing some shout outs for Xavier on Mom is Watching. Thanks for joining us, Asheki Brooks. And Sam Jenkins getting a lot of love from all over the United States of America, from Faith and Denver. from Mississippi and family in Ohio, respectively. Drew Carson's played some great football for UWE. Obviously, looking at some of the stuff Drew did in his time back home, athletic across multiple sports, and helping out with local sports from where he's from. Great player, great person. Must be very proud. Must be very proud of all the players, all the family watching. We appreciate you joining us, and wishing your family members and friends lots of love and lots of support while they play this sport.
70 Probably be a running clock. Yeah.
Hello to everybody out there across the globe watching this American football game between the University of the West of England Bullets and the Cardiff Cobras. Just giving a quick update in regards to the medical situation that's gone here and caused such a delay. The injured player is with the medical professionals. It has been loaded into the ambulance. As you can see on your screen, the UWE players are warming up, as are the Cardiff players, and we'll be looking to get started as soon as possible. Due to the delay in game, we are going to be starting with the second quarter. The last play was the end of the first quarter. We're going straight into the second quarter. Most likely a running clock to be confirmed, and we won't be having a halftime. So any drinks you want to get in, any cups of teas, any Scotch pies, anything on the above list and more, get yourself sorted now while we get ready to sit down for 3 quarters of football. While we're waiting, one more time to give a shout out to our sponsor, Play Overseas. Play Overseas have helped UWE Bullets to recruit American football players since their first recruit, Tyler Zylan, in 2018, and have had recruits compete for them every year since. They work closely with Coach Dan Mayer to assist with his recruitment, and the service they provide for prospective players is free without any charge at any stage. At this point, Play Overseas have helped over 250 US student athletes move to the UK to date. Link is in the YouTube description, and we would like to ask if you are interested in playing for the UWE Bullets or playing over in the UK at all. Head on to the link down below, or the website is www.playoverseas.co.uk. Again, Play Overseas provides a free service to support international applicants in playing sport alongside their studies in the UK. As well as Play Overseas, the second sponsor of today's stream and today's game is EP Sports. EP Sports providing the UK and Europe with high-quality American football equipment and apparel, helping athletes reach their potential since 2007. And again, you can find the link down below or head on over to www.epsports.co.uk. And we have had a bit of a further update from the referees. We won't be hitting a running clock just yet. Depending on how this second quarter goes, may happen sooner rather than later. But the deal with no halftime is going to carry on as suggested a few minutes earlier. Unfortunately, due to the lack of halftime we're going to be having, it wasn't appropriate for us to do it during that break there, still early in the game. Obviously, an injured player down, we wouldn't be doing anything like this anyway. We were going to be looking at getting some halftime interviews with some players, some impact players at half, maybe speak to some coaches. We will be doing a little bit of that towards the end. And anybody you'd like to hear from, please let us know. We'll see what we can get done in that time. And as the players get ready, I believe the referee just saw at the bottom of the screen was coming over to the Cardiff team to give them a countdown for when they'll be back on the field. Looking like it'll be in the next 10 to 15 minutes. Only fair to give all the players a chance to warm up appropriately. We don't want to see any hamstrings go due to the cold weather and standing around. Anybody that's played sports will know how important it is to get the blood flowing when you've stopped. It can be very frustrating. You can feel the muscles feel a bit tight, hips a bit tight, might not feel a bit fast as you did before. I say all these things, that's how I felt when I played. It might have just been some unfitness on my part, but we will see the players warming up, seeing them get ready, and once again, the score currently 20-0 to the UWE Bullets. As we're looking over at the UWE sideline, Coach Mayer walking through his players, Coach Frankie Pankhurst just talking with some of the players, just getting them ready, going over some things they might have saw in that first half that they'd like to go over, keep on top of. One thing we saw here was obviously a lot of penalties, and we'd hopefully see no more of that. And it looks like we'll see the quarterbacks warming up. I haven't seen all the starters back out on the field yet for the UWE Bullets. I assume we will see them. And we'll be looking at probably the same unit for UWE that finished the first quarter. Although we did see Theodore Landers warming up the old passing arm there, so we might see a change of QB at some point. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Hillside Gardens, the home of the UWE Bullets, getting ready for the start of the second quarter. Want to give our well wishes to the injured player. Heading off in the ambulance now. We wish him a very, very speedy recovery. And just looking through the comments, yes, that is correct to say that the three quarters will be played consecutively with no half-time due to the long break in play we have had so far. UWE are getting ready to kick off. This is due to them scoring a touchdown just before the injury period, and we see a kickoff from UWE. Deep into Cardiff territory, not taken cleanly, but picked up by the Cardiff player. Cannot see any numbers here at the moment, but we are seeing a tackle down at the 36. And that is number 17 for Cardiff, Daniel Bate. Rocking that hoodie under the jersey look. Don't know if that's a constant thing for him or if the standing around got him a bit too cold. As we see the Cardiff offense come back out to the field for the first time this quarter. This will be their third drive, I believe, third or fourth drive. We have seen a couple of first downs, one first down from the Cardiff offense, running every play so far. Not sure if they're going to look to unload on the passing game soon. It may take a few minutes to get back into the swing of things, obviously, with the prolonged break. As we do see a run, we see a QB lead power. Getting a good amount of yards. There is a lot of scrambling around. Players do seem to be looking for the ball. The referee's calling it dead. I don't know if we're seeing whether there's going to be a change of possession. UWE player does come out with the ball. And the referee is pointing in the direction of that being a turnover. That is unfortunate. QB Sean Cook with the fumble on that power. UWE just getting numbers to the ball as we see a replay here. Good hold up from the defensive line. Cutting across, trying to make some space. Running into number 8, and it's a great rip from the UWE players there. Really good response, holding the players up. Coming in, second player going straight for the ball. You love to see it. And that was Chenna with the forced fumble. Great play from Chenna. As we see the UWE offense come onto the field for the first time this quarter. A bit of a high snap. We were right about that Theo being in the backfield, but it doesn't matter as we see a run. Looks like we're going to go all the way down to the 10. Lovely blocking up front for UWE. Great decision there to get to the outside from Drew Carson. Very strong running back, Drew Carson. As you can see here, very shifty, moving to the outside. Quick feet, keeping the defense on the toes. The UWE offense back to the line very quickly. As we see a snap, and it looks like the ball is being kept by Theodore Landers. Looking to get himself to the outside, he cuts it back in, making it all the way to the end zone for a UWE touchdown. Making the score 26-0 for the UWE Bullets. Very well designed play, going with the fake. A lot of Cardiff players coming through, really good job on the fake actually. As you see the Cardiff player coming from the outside, looking to crash down in on that inside run. Great decision from Theodore there to keep the ball, get himself to the outside, and then just pure athleticism to get himself into the end zone. As UWE go to the pass for the 2-point conversion, as we see it to the outside on a slant. 2-point conversion is successful. I believe that is number 9, Matthew Albright, with the 2-point conversion. Matthew Albright has done a tremendous job as a receiver for the UWE Bullets this season, especially around that goal line. Very dangerous, very quick off the ball, quick release on those kind of routes. And as we go back to the same position we saw a few minutes ago, UWE getting ready for the kickoff. Cardiff hoping for a better response than a fumble on the first play this time. So it's marching back there, ready for the kickoff. Looking to his right, looking to his left, getting himself forward, hoofing the ball downfield. Very good kick. Taken cleanly by Daniel Bate as he looks to make his way to the outside. Great pursuit from the UWE special teams. and tackled around the 20, possibly the 22-yard line there. And again, it'll be interesting to see what Cardiff choose to do here. Probably more running plays. It's not like they've been unsuccessful with it. Just a bit unfortunate in terms of carrying the ball a bit loosely. Just very aggressive defense from the UWE Bullets, as we do see another rush up the middle. Looks like probably no gain on the play, so we will be looking at 2nd and 10. And, you know, there's a huge difference. If you're just watching the line play of both teams, there's a huge difference between the physicality, which is really leading to these no gains, short gains, loss of gains for the Cardiff Cobras. When UWE are running the ball, there's a big push. You know, the running backs get in there downfield 4 or 5 yards before you even have to think about making a call, making a cut, sorry. Whereas the UWE defensive line really holding up this offensive line, as it looks like we are going to see a penalty encroachment more than likely from the UWE Bullets. Just a bit too quick to try and read the snap count there.
Offside. Number 11 on the defence made contact with an offensive player. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
And that's offside for William Elliott, one of the players that we had come up from the pellets up to the top team. Billy Elliott getting the penalty, but I think it might have been more George Rhymes, number 4, that really caused the penalty with the touching of an offensive player in the neutral zone. See a motion from Cardiff, a little pop-up to number 36. As he gets himself to the outside, makes more than the 1st down yardage. Looks like a gain of 7, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Cardiff Cobras. And yet that is Dean Parry-Williams with the rush to the outside. And it will be first and 10 for the Cardiff Cobras. First and 10 from their own 35-yard lines. Cook getting down ready, receives the snap as we do see another rush up the middle. The UWE defenders just straight through, no room for the running back there, nothing at all to get going, as we'll see here in the replay. Try and see where the pressure came through. Yeah, just number 44 breaking inside. Fantastic play there. And that will... Apologies, I do not have that number in front of me. But very good play. Very, very good of the player there. Looking to go to the outside, seeing that the tackle is taking that outside and using the superior quickness to cut back on the inside, get to the point, as we see a power run from the QB, looking to bounce to the outside due to that pressure inside from the UWE defensive front. Not able to get anywhere, and after a very promising start to this drive, we're looking about 3rd and 12 for Cardiff. And again, just swarming the player, The UWE Bullets there doing a really good job, really pressuring the line and then getting outside when they see the ball is bounced out there. So good awareness from the UWE defensive front there. And we'll be looking at 3rd and 10. From what we've seen, there's a possibility this could be 4-down territory for Cardiff. Looking to get his player set quickly as we do see another run. And another really good run, positive run there from the Cardiff Cobras, about 6 yards. Again, just driving, legs driving. That's what you like to see. That fills you with confidence. If you can get that, if you can get the big boys moving forward, moving that pile, the yards can be made. About 4 from 4, 4 from 3 here for the Cardiff Cobras. And unless we see a little pooch kick from the quarterback. The quarterback is also their punter, so it makes sense for him to do that. UWE looking to move, getting back in time before the snap goes off. Looks like a run for the Cobras, but the pocket and everything just collapsed around the offense there, and unfortunately not going to make enough for the first down yardage. And that will be a turnover on downs for the UWE Bullets. Bit of a difficult snap for the QB to take there, but again, the pressure, the penetration from the defense of UWE just really dominating there. And once again, we're seeing UWE with a very good field position here, starting with 1st and 10 from the Cardiff 42. As we see Theo stepping back to pass, lots of time. Straight over the middle, splitting the coverage. As we see hair getting pulled and a touchdown being scored. As a man with long hair, that is very painful to see. But what a fantastic job at keeping his feet, getting himself into the end zone and scoring the touchdown. And apologies again, I don't have number 20 here on the team sheet in front of me. Well, great pass, great protection. Like I said, right over the middle, really splitting it. And oh, there it is. There's the hair pull. Off. Good job staying on your feet. And he's back out on the field, looking to get to the outside, but Theo looking the other way, looking Sam's way. Nice little cut back inside. Easy 2-point conversion in the end for the UWE Bullets. Nice turn, really good timing there on the pass and release. Really have the Cardiff Cobras chasing their players all over the field. That brings the score here at Hillside Gardens. UWE 36, Cardiff Cobras 0, as the clock in the second half starts to count down. We get ready for another kickoff from UWE. Nice big kick. Ball going end over end, makes it a bit more difficult to catch. And we see a big hit, big turnover. Staying on his feet, getting into the end zone, and there it is. A touchdown from the UWE special teams. Absolute scenes from everybody loving life. Apart from the referees having to throw some yellow around. As we see a replay. Big hit, big pickup, big return. We'll just wait to hear from the referee to see what happens. I believe this will be after the touchdown, but we'll just wait to hear what happens. And players still celebrating, so I think we're good. I think we're going to be giving that as a touchdown to the special teams. And I believe that is Lenny Kistler with the touchdown. Congratulations to you, Lenny. Big play, everybody loving life, giving the taps, giving the congrats.
The result of the play is a touchdown.
Yeah, it is a touchdown.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct on the UWE sideline. Cardiff have elected to enforce the penalty on the kickoff. We'll play the try.
Yep. Had a feeling, didn't want to say it, but had a feeling that would be on the sideline. Listen, I know the UWE special teams coordinator very well. Good friend of mine, Anthony Fersman, Coach Fersman, who actually, with a win today, it will be his 69th win as a player or a coach. Nice. And I know he's going to be extremely excited when his players do well. So a lot of buzz, a lot of energy, and a lot of excitement as we see the 2-point conversion as a run up the middle. Making it look easy is the offensive line, as well as Drew Carson running up for the 2-point conversion as we see the replay here. Everything's split. Looked like Cardiff were trying to play the outsides more than the insides there. Not really working on any gap contain or anything on that inside run. And it led to the very quick score, which has led to the very quick change to UWE Bullets 44, Cardiff Cobras 0. Bit of confusion on the Cardiff sideline for who should be on the return here. And now the Cardiff team are ready. Everybody is moving back the 15 yards due to the unsportsmanlike penalty given on the UWE team at the end of that turnover / touchdown.
It's a 2-minute warning, 2 minutes.
And as you hear from the referee, there is 2 minutes to go in the half. Looks like they moved to a running quarter, probably shortly after the first touchdown was scored here from the restart. So with running clock going, it will be 2 minutes from now, as we see number 17 coming back with the return, looking to do a bit better and hopefully not losing the ball. Getting tackled around the 37-yard line. So Cardiff not appearing to be in a hurry to turn the ball over for the half, but hopefully to get something progressive out of this, something they can really work off of, and a nice run to the outside with a first down will do it. Clock is running, is a first down. Cardiff do have their timeouts if they choose to use it. Really good run. Taking advantage of the missed tackle, keeping himself up nice and keeping those legs pumping. Low tackles coming in, not able to take him down. First down for Cardiff. Looks like they're electing not to use one of their timeouts right now. Maybe looking to get another first down, maybe get into UWE territory before they start to stop the clock, see what they can get done. We haven't seen any passing from the Cardiff offense yet. Be interesting to see if we start seeing some now. We do. We see a quick pass on a nice little hook play. Shut down immediately by UWE. With a big tackle. Unfortunately, player looking a little bit looking a little bit worse for wear after that hit from Brian Peavy. And yeah, I believe there's just a bit of maybe a bit of whiplash with the way he was taken around there. He is up on his feet though, he is looking
That's the
good.
end of the second quarter.
And that does take us to the end of the second quarter. Good to see Brian Peavy out there. I'm not sure, unfortunately, as I wasn't at the game before Christmas where UWE traveled to Birmingham. Not sure if he was active in that, but I do know in their last home game there were some injury concerns, which is such a shame. Such a high impact player, explosive player. It's fun to watch and really brings some energy to this UWE team. You saw it right there, absolutely stopping the player dead in his tracks. Coach Mayer tried to do some sign language to the coaches on the Cardiff side of the field. Don't know how well it got along, but he must be very happy with how his team's playing at the moment. If anything, I know that the only thing he'll be upset about is the lack of plays that they're getting in at the moment.
We need one more.
And once again, just to let you know, even though it is the end of the half, the 3 quarters, second, third, and fourth quarter are all going to be played consecutively. Not simultaneously, that wouldn't work. Consecutively, due to a injury that took quite a while to sort out at the end of the first quarter, which we've just treated as halftime instead. We do have a running clock here in the third quarter. UWE Bullets 44, Cardiff 0. UWE will be kicking the ball to Cardiff, as we just saw there. There was some good progress from Cardiff offense on that final drive. Things to be proud of. Their first pass was a completion. They got some good runs to the outside. A lot to work on, so hopefully they can turn that into a bit of momentum. We can see a bit of fight from the team. As we see a low kick from UWE. It's bouncing, looking it's going to go out of bounds. It does go out of bounds. So we will see the ball start from the 40 for Cardiff.
Illegal procedure, free kick out of bounds on the kicking team. Cardiff will take the ball 5 yards from the out of bounds spot. First down.
So it's a 5-yard penalty. Sorry, I thought I went straight to the 40. Near enough. We're at the Cardiff starting at their own 38-yard line for this drive. Ball on the right hash. Cardiff with open to the left. A bit more space. UWE really stacking the box. Even the corner. Oh, nope, the corner for UWE is getting himself to the outside, as we are going to see a run here. Straight up the middle. Breaking some arm tackles immediately. And going for about 2 yards is Cole Carr. Really good drive, really good, really trying to keep the legs moving there. Habib, Cole, Akar, and UWE just doing a great job at getting numbers there, dragging him back, stopping that forward momentum before he can really start plowing through. So we are looking at, I believe, looking at the down markers, about 2nd and 7. And we are seeing another run here from the Cardiff offense, straight up the middle. Looks like it might have been a keeper. And then follow up that middle. Yes, probably. Cook with the carry. Yeah, right there again. We're seeing a lot of the Cardiff players in that offensive line upright, looking beat. Need to start keeping those legs pumping. If you're going to be, as an offensive lineman, listen, you want to be run blocking. You like the idea of just plowing forward, hitting that man in front of you, maybe getting to the second level. Hell, maybe even getting to the third level. I know it's a center's dream to go pancake a safety. If you want to make that a reality, you got to take care of those people up front first. Keep those legs pumping. Try and keep yourself low. It is a difficult task against this offensive, against this UWE front. They need to do what they can. As we see, I'm not sure what happened with the play specifically there. Whether there was a bit of miscommunication on the Cardiff offense, as the quarterback does keep the ball there. We'll see a little replay there. Just a lot of mess. And again, we're seeing Cardiff number 55 right tackle, I believe. I've seen him look back at his quarterback a lot here. Needs to really just try and keep his head on his shoulders, keep his footwork good. And we are going to see a punt here on 4th and 6 from the Cardiff. UWE do have a player back to receive, not touching it, letting it roll. Cardiff stopping it. Good punt. UWE starting at their own 12. I believe this is the furthest back UWE have started all game, so we'll see if they're able to drive the full length of the field as efficiently as they've driven half the field, 35 yards, 60 yards, whatever the case might have been so far in this game. As we see Coach Frankie with the offense, Coach Pankhurst, just giving some instructions, giving them some idea on what's going on. As you see everybody making their way out. Going to have a look here. I believe we've got Theo at QB and... Apologies, can't see who the running back is at the moment. It will be a pass though, as we see an out route to Xavier Gardner, wide open, all by himself, looking at those shifty feet, keeping himself in bounds. Maybe just stepping out of bounds right here in front of us. Very well designed play. As we see the replay here, we'll see him move. Just works his way out. Nobody on him, nobody expecting that threat from him. Cutting inside, using those feet to get outside, and it'll just be there. Just be there that he gets pushed out of bounds. As we see UWE heading back to pass again, as we see a big, deep pass, and just out of the hands. How unfortunate. That was a great pass, great attempt at the grab from Matthew Albright. Just not able to come down with it. Fairly decent coverage there from Daniel Bay. I'd like to see him get his head around a little bit more. Try and make more of a play on that. Reacting very well to the hands of Matthew Albright, and to get his hands up, cause himself a bit of a nuisance and cause the incompletion. You see 2nd and 10 for UWE, and we're looking at the sweep. The ball does hit the floor, but it is back up. Great job there at getting the hands back on the ball, securing it, falling forward from Jax Crawford. Very electric player, and yeah, just a bit of a, probably just more of a mental issue there on the handoff more than anything else. And we are moving into 3rd down, 3rd and 9. And it will be a rush up the middle, and he's going to get the 1st down and more. Still going, keeping those legs moving. Has been tackled through Carson, but we do see a flag on the field back towards where the play started probably a hold if I was to take a guess. If I was a gambling man. And if I was a gambling man, I wouldn't admit it on a live stream, but holding would be my guess. You wait to hear from our head official, who once again today is Pete Parsons.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offence number 70, 15-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
Okay, we're seeing an unnecessary roughness call. Not sure where it happened on the play. Must be quite early looking at where they moved back. Number 70. Yeah, we just see it at the end there. He knocks his player over. Instinctively goes to go down, push the player to the floor, stay on top of him. So he can't get involved in the play again. The referee calling that unsportsmanlike as we move back 15 yards, making it 3rd and very long for UWE. As we see Theo moving to the outside, getting to the outside, rushing straight into a couple of Cardiff defenders, but does get himself enough for the 1st down. After 3rd and very long, 3rd and 24, able to convert. Great play there. Play breaks down, gets himself to the outside, keeps his head up, keeps that ball to the outside, looking at where he can go. Makes enough for the 1st down. This UWE drive will continue with a new set of downs. As we see Sam running up the middle, bouncing to the outside, still on his feet, going back inside, coming back inside, getting tackled down to the 10. Marone, that would have been one fantastic touchdown run had he pulled it off. As it stands, it is a fantastic run nonetheless. Moving to the outside, moving back to the inside, great vision, following his blocks, and again, it's about 7-8 yards before he even has to think about making a cut. And then just the awareness to get himself to the outside, bring it back to the inside, making those extra yards where he didn't think they were possibly there before, giving the UWE offense 1st and goal. And we see a sweep to the outside, all the way through, and I believe that is Jax Crawford again with his 2nd touchdown of the day. Great running, great awareness, good job from the blocking up front. As we see UWE going for the 2-point conversion. Put this to 52-0. And there's a high snap, juggled around a bit, and it looks like not seeing any signals from the referees, but I believe that will count as a 2-point conversion, as we do see the signal from our head ref. As we see a replay of this snap very high, and just good job from the 2 of them back there to understand what the call was, who the ball needs to be in the hands of, and getting in for the 2 points. UWE lead 52-0. You're getting ready for the restart with the kick. Low kick. Nobody wanting to take control of it back there. It does slowly bounce into the end zone, so that will be a touchback. Good decision to leave that ball. It was flying in at a low angle. Would have been very uncomfortable to take. Could have led to more disaster for the Cardiff Cobras. Very strong possibility that this will be the last play we see before the end of the quarter, moving into the fourth quarter. Let's see if Cardiff try to open up the playbook a little bit now, as we are seeing another run, handoff to the running back. Good job, the ball has flown into the air, still in the air. No idea who it's with. I think Cardiff have recovered it somehow. Game of hot potato out there. Ball ripped out. Great job from the UWE front. I believe that was number 44 ripping the ball out there. Oh. And just, yeah, all over the place in terms of trying to recover that. Very unfortunate. That ball fumbled for a while but didn't touch the floor for even longer. Second and 10 for the Cardiff offense. UB under center, looking to give a quick sweep to the outside to the tight end, or the H-back, the up-back. Unable to get himself to the outside. Very good pursuit, as we're seeing a bit of afters right by our microphones. A lot of rabble. Temps rising a little bit as it gets colder here. And yeah, it's Parry Williams with the carry, just getting himself out of bounds, unable to make much happen there. And I don't know what's happened there. We just see a Cardiff player with his helmet off. And the referee's just getting themselves together, discussing what happened, discussing the appropriate course of action, as we do see yellow on the field.
Let's go, Gobbo!
As looks like we're getting close to a decision. We should hear from our head official.
That play was the end of the third quarter. After the play was over, personal foul, number 66 of the defence, personal foul, number 72. Those penalties will offset, will change ends.
Yeah, just a bit of fisticuffs from the two players there. Having them offset seems like the best course of action. But we do see the end of the third quarter. We are moving into the fourth quarter here. And as the players just readjust, get themselves set, once again, I'd just like to give a shout out to our sponsor, Play Overseas. Play Overseas have helped UWE Bullets recruit in American football since the first recruit that came over, Tyler Zylan, in 2018. And they've had recruits compete for them every year since. Play Overseas work closely with Coach Dan Mayer to assist with his recruitment. And the service they provide for prospective players is free without any charge at any stage. Play Overseas have helped over 250 US student athletes move to the UK to date. If you are interested in playing for the UWE Bullets, coming to the UK to continue studies, to continue playing, please check out the link in the YouTube description. The website, if you'd like me to tell you where to go, is www.playoverseas.co.uk. As well as Play Overseas, today's game is brought to you by EP Sports. EP Sports providing the UK and Europe with high-quality American football equipment and apparel, helping athletes reach their potential since 2007. Again, EP Sports, I believe we have a link in the description. The website is www.epsports.co.uk. And we did see a slight injury towards the end of that play. Adamson, number 1 for the Cardiff Cobras. Lower back hurting him a little bit, able to get off the field under his own weight, and seen to the sideline, chatting with the rest of the players now. Looks to be in better spirits. And hopefully we'll see him back on the field. Once again, we're on a rolling quarter as we head into the final quarter. So there'll be about 12 minutes left of coverage once the game starts.
It will be third down, third down.
Third down and about 7 for the Cardiff Cobras. Going under center again. Straight, direct snap to the running back. Manages to make his way through the first gap. Can't get to the second level though, as he is hit for a short gain. I believe we're going to be looking at about 4th and 5. And just a lot of big bodies there, running into them, not able to get a lot going afterwards. One thing I will say from the UE defense there, coming in a bit high into that tackle there, maybe because it's getting a bit cold, maybe just looking to force the player back into the support. A lot of high players in the lead up to that tackle. Would like to see the running back for Cardiff drive his feet a little bit more there. If the UE defenders are going to just run at you like that. As we see them going for it we see Cardiff going for it on 4th and 5. They do keep moving. Looks like the referee is going to mark this about a yard beyond the first down marker. That will be a first down for the Cardiff offense. And again, a little handoff. Love to see the QB coming in, really pushing that pile forward himself. He's gone, you know what? If my offensive line are struggling with their matchups, I'm going to come in. I'm going to help push that little bit more. And we will see a first down for the Cardiff offense from their own 31-yard line. Looks like we're going to see from shotgun snap this time, unless we see a last-minute adjustment. Making sure everyone on the line. We are seeing a smooth. It looks like we are going to see another jet sweep to the outside. We do, as we see a big tackle around the line of scrimmage. Looks like back gain of 1 yard for the Cardiff offense. Harry Williams with the carry. Second and 9 for the Cardiff offense. Lining themselves up. We have 2 in the backfield alongside the quarterback. And we are going to see a run up the middle. Hoping for a lead block there, but unfortunately the UE defensive front just making their way through far too easily. As we see that again, just great pressure. It's really, really hard to get a running game going. Listen, I played running back. I played running back behind some good lines. I played some running back behind some bad lines. And when you're back there and you're getting the handoff and you've already got 3 players in your face, it's hard. It's really hard to motivate yourself to get yourself to that next play because you want to make a play. You know, as a running back, you're probably one of the best playmakers on the team. You want to shimmy, you want to shake, you want to get yourself to the outside, you want to plow through the inside, you want to give a nice stiff arm and put someone on their butt. But unfortunately, if you're just not getting the space to even get past the line of scrimmage, those things aren't going to happen, and it's very frustrating as we see 3rd and 10 for the Cardiff offense. And it's going to be a QB lead, and hearing some shouts from the ball from the UWE sideline, but I believe Cardiff have recovered. And unfortunately, another rush for no gain. I don't know if there's a penalty. I don't know if we're going to hear from our head ref here. I believe we are.
Timeout called by UWE at 7:30 in the 4th quarter. First time out of the half.
Thank you, Pete. Yeah, we didn't see it in the first half. I don't think any timeouts were called in the first half, actually. So first timeout of the game, first timeout of the second half for UWE. Cardiff have 3 remaining for the half. UWE have 2. It is 4th and 9. UWE do have a player back to return. Probably going to see a punt here rather than a play. And we are, as he gets to the outside. Bit of a high punt. Bit of a bouncer as number 6 fields it, gets to the outside, gets back on the inside, sorry, as he does look to make his way around. We are seeing a flag back from where he picked it up. We're seeing another flag in the middle of the field, and unfortunately this is a fantastic return all the way down to the 18-yard line. I believe there's 2 penalties on UWE for this play. Maybe a block in the back on the first instance, and then the second instance won't matter as it was further downfield. As we see the kick. And I believe it's here. As we see another angle, we might see. So healthy block there. Ball just bounced up a little bit awkwardly for the UWE player. And as he comes around, I think we're just going to see a block in the back. Yep, block in the back. Very unfortunate, very unnecessary, that block in the back. Don't believe he would have been making a play anytime soon. So with that, the UWE will be moved back further into their own.
During the return, there are 2 fouls. Personal foul, blindside block, number 4 of the receiving team. That penalty is declined. Illegal block in the back, number 28 of the receiving team. That penalty will be enforced 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down, UWE.
Yep, there we were. And that was Gabe Martinez with the return. So very unfortunate for him that had to come back. But very athletic play, very promising to get the legs moving like that. You got to try and take the positives with some of these. So UWE with a fairly long field to go as we see Ivan back in the QB position. He does have Sam next to him wearing number 3. We're seeing motion from Jax. It's a high snap from UWE. Ivan gets it back into his hands, throws it downfield, and unlucky there, just overthrowing Xavion Gardner, who'd managed to find himself a bit of space just past the first down marker. One of the very few miscues that we've seen this season between Ivan and Xavion. Xavion playing tight end for the UWE Bullets. He actually played at O-line at Hendrix College, played all 4 seasons there, being an all-Southern Athletic Association first team in 2017, 18, and 19. As we see a little flea flicker, Ivan with tons of time, winding it up, looking deep, making the grab. Is Xavion spinning out by the sideline? He's still on his feet, he's still going, gets a stiff arm. Can he keep going? Gets another stiff arm to the 5, to the end zone. And 58-0 for the UWE Bullets. What a fantastic play all round. Great blocking from the offensive line. Great patience from Ivan. Great throw. As we see the ball in the air for a long time. Fantastic throw straight into the breadbasket. Great spin move there from Xavier, and another stiff arm there. Making his way, just keeping his feet moving, getting himself to the end zone, holding that ball out. Nobody's touching this ball. This is my ball, and it's going into the end zone. That's great work from the Tyler, Texas native. As we see a replay of the two-point conversion. Ivan with the easy handoff. And the thing is, with these two-point conversions, when your offensive line is getting 4, 5, 6, 7 yards of push every single play, two-point conversions from the 2-yard line, goal line plays, you know, you don't want to get complacent, but they're almost automatic. When everybody on that team is on the same page, giving it their all, they are pushing that pile forward, the 2 yards needed. As we move into 2 minutes left to go, UWE looking to kick the ball back off. Nice kick, good take. Again, looking to get himself to the outside. Going to get to nearly tackle, nearly lost the ball. And you know what? Just as I saw him running there, I was thinking, if you're going to run to the left side, you need to get that ball in your left hand. Obviously, you know, there's a lot to take for this game, and I don't know how much film work Cardiff will be doing looking at this as an anomaly. But they've played very well in some other games. They've been very competitive, won a couple as things go in terms of staying up in the Premiership South. Cardiff are going to, I mean, if they beat Swansea in their next game, they're great, they're up, there's nothing they can do about it. If they lose, they need to lose by less than 21 points, I believe.
My time, that's a 2-minute warning, 2 minutes.
And we're just seeing 2 minutes from the referee there. Apologies for the clock on the screen. Working with the rolling clock can be quite difficult to figure out exactly where we are. Luckily, the referees update us with things like there, the 2-minute warning. As we see about a 4-yard gain on that play from Cardiff. Looking about 2nd and 6. And Cardiff lining up again. Very tight formation. Got a couple of players out wide, but it doesn't look like they're going to be looking to do anything with that. Just looking to plow forward. And I think Cardiff really looking to get this running clock ran all the way down to 000, quadruple zero on our clocks. Cardiff lining up very tight. I'd like to see if they do have more passing plays in their playbook. They're obviously choosing to go with the running game today, but fumbling the ball once again on a running play. The UWE seem very confident that they've got the ball here. And they do come out of the pile with it. Referee still to make a decision. Still to see any...
Time expired during the down. That's the end of the game.
Wow, that is the decision that is made. That is a game over here at Hillside Gardens. UWE coming away with the victory. 60 points to 0. Once again, the UWE offense looking extremely confident in what they do. Very efficient. Every play going the way they see it going. And even when it doesn't, they're able to make some things happen. The defense playing phenomenally well once again. Once again, I think probably sound like a bit of a broken record every single week, but the offensive and defensive line of UWE really setting the tone for the skill positions, for the linebackers, for the corners, for the safeties, to really do what they do best. We've seen some big hits, we've seen some unfortunate fumbles from the Cardiff team, and we've seen another great performance from the UWE Bullets. As we come near the end here, just want to give a thanks to CheersMate Productions, once again giving us a fantastic overview of the game, giving these players a chance to perform to the whole wide world, and with great production value at the same time. As well as that, thank you to our sponsors, Play Overseas. Play Overseas have helped UWE Bullets recruit American football players since 2018. They provide a service for prospective players that is free and without any charge at any stage. Please have a look at www.playoverseas.co.uk for further information if you would like to play and study in the UK as a prospective US student. As well as that, we have EP Sports. EP Sports are providing the UK and Europe with high quality American football equipment and apparel, helping athletes reach their potential since 2007. The website there is www.epsports.co.uk. Going to try and get some interviews with some players here, and I believe we've got a player with us now. I think we saw his name mentioned in the comments a few times. Jax Crawford. Fantastic play today. Let me just make sure your microphone's on for you, pal. Congratulations, well done on the game today.
Thank you, thank you.
How many touchdowns was it for yourself? 2 in the end?
2 touchdowns at the end of the day.
Happy with your performance?
Pretty good. The whole team overall, though, that's where we want to be. Not worried about personal gains here.
Very, very nice of you to say that. Obviously, as a team, we saw a lot of camaraderie. Obviously, when you have a big break like that, it can be quite tough to come back into the game. Was there anything you guys were saying as a team to get yourself ready?
We were just making sure that we stayed focused and made sure to stay warm because it's freezing out here. So it was good that we were able to stay together and finish the game.
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun watching you, especially with that big break. There was that concern that you wouldn't be able to keep that momentum going, but came out firing, defense looking great, offense looking great. A bit worrying seeing some of those penalties early on.
Yeah.
Bit of discipline.
They kill us on those.
Is that, do you reckon that comes down to the Christmas break, getting back into the swing of it, getting that discipline back in? Or
yeah, I think after a few weeks we'll get those holding calls taken away. We'll get some of those personal fouls that we've had, get those fixed. That's pretty much a personal team thing. Other than that, I think we'll clean it up.
No, very good. Very, very impressive game. Very excited to see you. Yeah, there we go. Just want to make sure the audience can hear you. You've been asking for an interview. Want to make sure that you hear that voice.
Yeah. I gotta shout out my mama. I love her. My family back home. Nice seeing you guys. Thank you for watching me all the time. That's pretty much it.
That's it. Thank you so much for coming over, Jax. Well done today. Look forward to seeing you play later in the season. Thanks, Jax Crawford. Scorer of 2 touchdowns today. Just going to get some more people in for an interview. Coming in, I've got Gabe Martinez. Unfortunate on that punt return touchdown, Gabe, as we saw a fantastic return from yourself, moving in, moving out, all the way, negated by some penalties. How do you feel the game went overall?
Yeah, no, overall the game was pretty well. I think that our team is obviously talented. We're very explosive. We all are pretty united with one common goal, and that's to win a championship. We do have some little things that we need to fix along the way, like you said, penalties. That's the second punt return where I've had, a big explosive punt return, and, both of them unfortunately got called back. So we got some things to finish and fix in order to, really execute the main level.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
I can see the pain in your eyes, the same pain I see in Coach Fersman's eyes, because I know he would have loved to be celebrating that punt return touchdown with yourself as well. Penalties in terms of Christmas and the holidays and things like that, it can be quite tough for foreign players being away from home and things of that nature. Obviously, you get the opportunity to play and show your family what you're doing with your studies and everything like that. How do you guys keep the momentum going, keep those positive thoughts going? Because it can be quite tough. These winter months, it gets dark early.
Yeah.
It can be tough to keep yourself motivated. How are you guys coping with that aspect of things over here?
Well, I think that we've all, have had this open-mindedness, and obviously that's why we came out here. So I think it's all just embracing the culture out here, embracing the winter. I'm from Florida, so that was a big aspect that changed. But just staying positive, really just staying focused on the goal, which is to win a championship out here, and honestly just having fun. When you're off, it's different. Obviously in the NCAA, you don't have that month break in between games.
Sure.
So just getting over that hump. Obviously, there's going to be things that come up, but just staying positive and just knowing that we're just all having fun and going towards that one common goal is all just keeping us together, and that's what drives us.
That's great. There's a lot of adjustments being made for you guys personally as a team. It's been fantastic to watch, and I'm looking forward to you guys making a push for that national championship. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah,
hopefully we get to celebrate that punt return touchdown soon.
Just taking it one game at a time, but yeah, hopefully we can celebrate a punt return here soon. But thank you to all the coaches. Thank you for having me. By the way, for future reference, it's Gabriel Rivera, not Martinez. I know it's on there, but
sorry, my bad.
No, you're fine. But yeah, thank you so much for having me.
No worries. Thank you very much, Gabe. Have a good one. And finally, going to be joined here by Coach Fersman. Coach Fersman, with your 69th win as a UWE player and or coach. Congratulations on the milestone.
Thank you. A little bit long, but we got there in the end.
Yeah, obviously, with that big break in the middle, a lot going on in terms of keeping the players warm, keeping them interested, everything along that. What do you do? This isn't the first time you've experienced a long break between quarters, between halves, things of that nature. Injuries are part of the game. How do you, as a coach, keep the players warm, keep them excited, get them ready? Because it didn't really seem to be a missed beat when you guys came back on the field.
I think the first thing is just kind of keeping them warm, as you said. Like the injury is the biggest risk for us. It only takes a couple of minutes for these guys to kind of switch back on and get ready to play. But it's all about keeping them warm, making sure they're loose, and just kind of playing with it. The problem we have, especially today, is with such a long break, it's hard to balance whether you send them inside or keep them out. But yeah, it's just keeping them loose, keeping them warm, making sure they're ready to go on when they need to be. And
speaking with Gabe there, he comes from Florida, so not necessarily used to a winter at all, let alone hanging around for an hour and a half in it. So.
Well, the thing is, a lot of the guys, a lot of the people that have come over from America, they're not used to playing football after Christmas at all. Because obviously in the NCAA, they kind of finish their season up. Maybe they have a bowl game or something in January, but majority of their season's finished. So for a lot of the guys, it's something new, something they need to get used to. Obviously, maybe not eating so much at Christmas dinner, so they're still in good shape for the playoffs.
Well, if only somebody told me that, I'd be having a much better January than I currently am. But obviously, the main stretch for UWE is coming up as we get towards the end of the season. Last few games going into the playoffs. Are you guys keeping one eye on the northern side of things, or just get there when you get there?
I think just get there when we get there, because we don't know who we're going to play yet, right? So, the good thing about the way the schedule's set up now is that we're going to play our regular season games. We've got 4 games back to back, but then we've got a bye week for the quarterfinals, and if we win that, we've got another bye week, and then there's 10 days, hopefully, if we get there until the finals. So we've got plenty of time to prepare for the playoff game. So it's just focusing on the guys we have in front of us now, making sure we're getting enough reps, repping through the playbook, making sure we're comfortable before we have those games.
And reps really being the most important thing here. Like you say, you've got a team from all over the world, UK players, European players, American players, everything like that. Reps, repetitions. You know, when games are running into running clocks so quickly, it can be hard to get those plays off, get them in. Do you feel you guys are getting enough reps in terms of game? If not, how do you guys resolve that in training?
It's really tough. Like, people, I think we get a little bit of stick really, because people say, like, why are you calling timeouts when you're up 50 points, and why are we like throwing deep passes? But you know, you look at one of the games like today, we've only had 4 or 5 offensive plays in like a whole quarter of football. Like, we don't get a lot of reps, and you know, for some of these guys that we're trying to rotate in, you know, I was rotating some of the O-line guys in, and you know, they've had 1 play because we've just not had the time and the running clock. So yeah, it's tough. But you're right, the training's where we kind of really get a lot of good practice. We've got, especially on the line and going against each other, a lot of that competition stuff we do, you know, scrimmage and training is where we get a lot of that good work in.
Absolutely, and I think the main benefit you've got with having you know, absolute ballers, people that dedicate themselves to this sport all over the field, is it raises everybody's game. You know, you've got a strong D-line and a strong O-line, and they only make each other stronger, and hopefully we continue to see that as things progress.
Exactly right. It's no disrespect to the other teams we play in the conference, but we say to a lot of the guys, like, you know, you're in a unique perspective here where you're going to get to play against top level athletes, and we bring up a couple of the twos guys. They come to training and we're like, this is a great opportunity for you because you're going to get to play against the best that this league has to offer. So yeah, a lot of the time some of the competition stuff we're in training is really good.
Hope you'll be breeding class all the way through to a national championship. Thank you very much for your time today, Coach Fersman. Hopefully we get to see a punt return touchdown without any penalties.
Hey, we got a kickoff return touchdown.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
And a final thing, thanks for Cardiff for bringing the American flag today, and you know, really making all of our players feel at home. So no, thank you to the coaches and players for all your work.
Thank you, Coach Fersman, for joining me here.
Yes.
Thank you very much to Coach Fersman and the rest of the players for joining us there, Gabe and Jax. Apologies again for Gabe for getting the last name wrong. As we start to finish off and wind down here, once again, just giving quick shout outs to Play Overseas and to EP Sports. Thank you very much. As well as that, thank you to CheersMate Productions for a phenomenal job once again as we run through some of the highlights here from UWE. My name is Craig McLeod. Please enjoy these highlights and we will see you very soon. Thanks again for joining us. Final score, UWE 60, Cardiff 0.